welcome to my channel. As we have already talked about resume format for freshers and experienced, it's the time to move a step further. If you haven't seen my earlier videos, I will link them down below. Also, I've got your professional help in resume writing and we will talk about it towards the end of this video. So make sure you watch it till the end. So once you have applied for a job and you have got an interview call, it's the time to talk about interview questions and answers. The way you dress up, your communication skills, they have to be on point. But your interview majorly depends upon the answers that you give at the interview. Well, the good part is recruiters ask the similar or the same questions in most of the interviews and they expect specific answers only. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the common interview questions and how you can answer them in the best possible manner. So let's see what is the first question. Tell me something about yourself. The classic opening to most of the interviews and very annoying as well. Some people even feel angry that if the interviewer has all the details in front of him or her, why he or she is asking this question. Because this question serves as an icebreaker between the interviewee and the interviewer. Just try to understand what the interviewer actually needs to know from you. He is looking for your professional self so that he can judge whether you are a fit for his company or not. You can start by sharing some of your personal details, but keep it very specific and work related. Don't give your family history instead. You can think of it this way around that the interviewer is actually asking for your career summary that you put on top of your resume. A good example to this question could be, born and brought up in Denmark, I did my schooling and higher studies from ABC University. I am an HR professional with 5 years of experience in the retail industry. Before this, I've also worked as a recruitment executive with XYZ firm and I have closed middle and senior level positions in retail, heavy engineering, fashion and manufacturing industries. Another common question in the interviews is, what is your greatest strength? This question gives you an opportunity to discuss the attributes that will qualify you for the specific job and that will set you apart from the rest of the candidates. It's a fairly straightforward question with a straightforward answer. Talk about a strength that you know that the company puts a lot of value in. The recruiter wants to know that you are the best fit for the job or not. So illustrate a strength that's valuable for the position. Also, try not to be overly modest. Your tone and answer should land somewhere between humble and arrogant. A good example could be, having worked as a copywriter, I have extremely strong writing skills. Also, I have a strong attention to detail as well. I have written for some good publications too, and I know my writing style in order to fit the task and audience. As a marketing assistant in your organization, I will be able to write and edit press releases efficiently with accuracy and ease. What is your greatest weakness? When the interviewer has asked you about your strength, the question about your weakness isn't lagging behind. And it is the most dreaded question of all. But believe me, answering this question is fairly easy. All you need to do is talk about your professional traits instead of your personal qualities. But don't fall for the answer, I'm a perfectionist, I don't have any weaknesses. Instead, you can be honest here. But try to choose a problem which is not a required skill for the job. Show that you are aware of your weaknesses and what you have done to overcome it. A good example could be, although I am an accounts executive, but I'm always working on improving my communication skills to be more effective presenter. I've recently started an online course also, which is proving helpful. Why should we hire you? Another common question, but another opportunity to shine. Instead of going for why you want this job, instead pitch about how you can be a valuable asset to the company. Here comes your research about the company. Try to find out why the company is planning to hire someone for the position you have applied to, or what are the problems that the company is facing. Be very specific with your answer and confident enough to tell a past success story. Your company provides many services that I have had experience with in my previous jobs. As a mechanical engineer, I believe that my familiarity with the bearings and chains industry would make me a good fit for this position. Why are you leaving your current job, or why have you left your job? This question can make some candidates nervous, but try to think about it honestly. Were you fired, or did you quit your job? In both the situations, tell the recruiter in a very affirmative way. If you have left your job yourself, tell the recruiter that you loved your job but you are looking for new opportunities now. If you were fired, be honest and tell the reason. Here words like downsizing and budget cuts come to your rescue. But remember, never bash your previous employer. You should never say any bad words either about your previous company, your boss, or anyone from the previous organization, because anything or any behavior like this may be seen destructive or unhelpful by your interviewer. In fact, they are looking for someone who is loyal, trustworthy, and reasonable. So exactly you need to give them this. A good example of this answer could be, I was laid off from my last position when our department was eliminated due to corporate restructuring. Or, I am relocating to this area due to family circumstances and I left my previous position in order to make the move. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Now here is the question which some people call silly, but it is not. When the recruiter is hiring you, he is hiring a talent for the company for the coming future, which is going to be an asset for the company and not a liability. They don't want you to leave after 2 months of joining. That's why they ask you this question. But are they looking for an honest answer? No. The sole purpose of this open-ended interview question is to get a confirmation of commitment from you. So an ideal answer would be to express your desires to have a long-term career with growth opportunities. A good answer could be, I see myself as a top-performing employee in your organization. I plan on enhancing my skills and continuing my involvement in related professional associations. What has been your greatest achievement so far? This seems to be a quite straightforward question, but it is not. When a recruiter is asking you this question, he or she is trying to evaluate your strengths. So think career-wise again. Focus on an achievement which is relevant to the job you are interviewing for. Tell about something which was a difficult challenge to accomplish and you had to work hard towards it. Relating a small accomplishment which is in line with what the company values can be more powerful than an unrelated accomplishment. As a recruitment team, we had to find an executive which was proving really hard based on the scenario of layoffs during the recession period. So we as a team searched not only on the job seekers platform but each one of our social media channels as well. And within no time, we had a long list of candidates to be interviewed. And which is why I'm so excited for the possibility of working in this type of team environment. How do your co-workers describe you? This question relates to your behavior at the workplace. How much you know about yourself? This question is about your self-awareness. This question is the time when you can actually brag about some of your attributes through someone else's words. Your self-insight and your behavior with your co-workers both are being evaluated in this question. This question means how you are perceived in your workplace. Are you aware of your strengths and weaknesses? Do you ask for and receive feedback? Make sure your answer focuses on work-related qualities. Use work-related competencies like good communicator, resilient, energetic, decisive, reliable, team member when answering top interview questions like this. I know my colleagues consider me to be energetic and hardworking. In fact, the other team members know they can rely on me and have often thanked me for the extra hours I put in. What are your salary expectations? It is a tricky question. It's easier to answer this if you know what the job has to offer or if you have a salary history to refer to. If you have done your research properly, then you might know the salary range for the kind of job that you have applied to. This also helps you in providing the data to support your answer. If the research doesn't work, go with your gut. Remember, it's not about confronting the hiring manager with some unreasonable expectations. It's all about the salary that you can live with, and if it is not there, it is not the right job for you. Remember, it's very much okay to quote a salary range or an exact figure which you would like to be paid. And you can answer this tricky question like this. I would like to be compensated fairly for my experience. The research I have done indicates that positions like this one pay X dollars to Z dollars, and something in that range would be acceptable to me as a starting salary. And at last, when the interviewer asks you, do you have any questions for me? The easiest of all the questions with a very simple answer, yes. Never say, I don't need anything to know about the company. I already know about the company. Don't say it in a no. Always say yes and always be ready with a question. All you have to do is do your research and prepare a list of questions that you would like to ask to the interviewer. At least one question is very important at the end of that interview. This will show your passion and knowledge of the company. But remember, this question should not be about you. It should be about them. Don't ask about your benefits, your payoffs, or leaves. Instead, ask for something that you have discovered during your research. In fact, don't wait for this moment to ask questions. You can ask your questions throughout the interview. It will not only calm your nerves, it will make this whole interview thing, instead of an interrogation, into a calm conversation between colleagues. So at last you can say, I have a couple of questions for you. Can you tell me about the job? Where does the company want to be in 5 years? What kind of task will be my primary concern? So here I would like to conclude my video. The secret of acing an interview is to prepare yourself in advance. Don't just review all the questions. Do a mock interview with a friend. Don't have to memorize the answers. Instead, do some research and just try to understand what the company is all about, what the position is all about. But this is only possible if you have made your resume in a right manner. And most of the times, it is actually advisable to seek a professional help before applying for a job. If you are still in doubt, don't worry. I have got you professional help. If you want your resume to be precise, if you want all the key points on the exactly right places, PDF Element is here to help. You can choose from hundreds of resume templates from their websites in Word or PDF format. They have different color themed resumes for different jobs. You can also use their software to make a PDF resume. It has gone really simple and easy with PDF Element. You can choose the templates either from the links on the screen, or the same links will be there in the info box as well. So that's it in today's video. I hope you like it, and as I always say, if you like it, please give it big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay blessed. Bye-bye.